Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the JeromeStrikeBeats Podcast. The JeromeStrikeBeats Podcast is brought to you by nobody. But soon. And welcome to episode 5 of the JeromeStrikeBeats Podcast. I am joined by @Haley.
Hello.
Haley Knits 19. How are you doing today?
I am good. I am tired.
Right. We have had a bit of a long day. We've been doing a lot of stuff involving driving, life, finances, Guitar Center, all the good stuff in life.
All the good things. All the bad things, too.
All the bad things. Today was a bit of a low day, but we're on the up and up right now. We're recording episode 5. We just wanted to check in with you guys. And
say hello.
Yeah.
Like, hi.
Hello. And we wanted to let you guys know that, that we found Oscar.
Yeah, we found Oscar. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Oscar was missing for 6 days. Oscar, our cat.
Oscar the cat is a jet black cat.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a red harness, or as we like to say, shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of up and left. He went into... So I was getting the mail. I was about to check the mail,
mm-hmm.
and I was coming in from checking the mail, and I believe that's when he sees the day.
Moment. Yeah.
Carpe motherfucking diem, Oscar, because you found yourself outside after that, and certainly wasn't expecting to be in the cold, searching for rats for 6 days, but, you know...
He did what he had to do.
Correct. To each his own, and he wanted to, express himself in a different way. I mean, we all needed a vacation at some point, so I understand where he's coming from.
It was his time to take a vacation. Like, he's been going for 5 years now with no vacation.
Right. But
well, that's not true. Okay,
his life is a vacation.
His life is a vacation. Okay, so when I was a couple years ago, he dipped out of my apartment, scratched the screen.
So tell us about that for Sunday.
Yeah, so he scratched the screen out. I had left the window open, and he sliced the screen and hopped out
with his nail.
With his little nails,
claws.
And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So he dipped for 24 hours. So that was his mini vacation. This recent one was
Hawaii.
his Hawaii vacation. He may have caught a flight.
He did, yeah. We're suspicious that he went to Orlando, caught a flight to a destination. Maybe he didn't even have a round trip. He was just kind of winging it.
Yeah, motherfucking Cabo one way.
Us. Yeah, but clearly he missed us. So we had about 6 days of very limited sleep.
Mm-hmm. Horrible emotions.
Right, just the ups and downs, the
worst scenarios running through our heads. Our
stomachs were just crunching.
Yeah, tight.
Just very nervous and very terrified of anything that could happen. We didn't know if he went to Gainesville or if he had gone to downtown Archer, which consisted of 6 shops and a bar. Mm-hmm. But we had no idea. We didn't know if he had left the Baker's Acres, our little property here. Yeah. So, that was terrifying. That was a really mix of emotion. It's weird thinking about it now because he's been back
for almost as long as he's been gone.
Right. And it's for him, it's back to normal. For him, it's just
chilling.
Nothing happened. He's I've just been the whole time.
Chilling. Everything's fine. It's
right.
No, dude, you put
Nothing
us through
happened.
misery.
Actually, sir.
The little shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The misery we were in when he was gone was ridiculous.
And we paced up and down our street saying, Oscar.
Oscar.
Little boy.
Little boy. He's my little boy.
And so we couldn't find him. We were terrified. And it was a very real experience because he's part of the family. We know that. And we didn't... But we felt a little betrayed because we were just like, what the fuck, dude?
How could you leave us? Like,
yeah, how could you leave us like this? We have fed you. We
take care of you. We love
feed you
on
every
you.
day. Yeah, and it was very interesting to realize that
they just don't give a
he
fuck.
Doesn't care.
He does not care. He's like, what the fuck ever, you guys. Like, I can get some rats. I can
door.
fuck some shit up.
He's like, you guys think I can't get past that door? Try again, motherfucker.
Like, I can dart like a bitch.
Yeah, I got the speed of a cat. I got cat-like reflexes.
Cat-like reflexes.
So Oscar's back, though. It's a relief of a feeling. We were thinking about all of the worst, the most negative scenarios.
I was thinking he got eaten by the dog down the street. The
dog down the street who previously chased me while I was on a run.
Not that dog.
Oh, not that dog.
The other dog that wants to have a play date.
Oh, the playdate dog.
Yeah,
right.
I was worried the playdate dog would be like trying to play with Oscar and like destroy him in the process. That was my mind process.
He was smart. Apparently he knew to stay away from the dogs and the wolves and all
he avoided everything that he was meant to avoid and came home safe and sound, no injuries. So.
Right. We were thinking about it as if it was Homeward Bound. Obviously the classic children's movie about the golden retriever, the house cat, and the pit bull.
What?
Voiced by the
There were
people.
2 dogs? No, there's only one.
Yeah, there was Chance.
No, there's a hound. Chance the hound.
Oh, Chance was a hound. Okay, he was a hound. He wasn't a pit bull. And then
there
golden
was
retriever.
one dog.
No, there was...
Homeward Bound is a dog and a cat.
That's Milo and Otis, my love.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, which of course, I found out recently, and this is an aside, this has nothing to do with Oscar, that Milo and Otis consisted of real animals put in real danger, and the animals actually died during the making of the movie.
Oh my god.
It's horrific. Yeah, it's real. This is a real thing that I just found out that
Oh my god, when did you find that out?
Like about a week ago. And I hadn't told... I mean, I didn't know
you
that
didn't
Milo...
tell me.
I didn't know that Milo and Otis was
It's significant
a staple
to me.
in your life, right?
Yeah,
that Milo
that's
and Otis,
the movie that I watched, like, instead of Homeward Bound. Like, I watched Milo and Otis.
Right.
That was my shit. Like...
So Milo and Otis, right, and because Homeward Bound was like a little bit of a trio, it was like an ensemble. They had...
I don't think I've ever seen Homeward Bound.
Oh my goodness, it's a fabulous movie, but like that's neither here nor there. It's basically Oscar was Homeward Bound 3. Well, let's be real. Mm-hmm. He did solo.
So he's not only the original, but like the fucking sequel.
Correct. Yeah. It was very much a beautiful homecoming. It was really scary. We had a lot of, Instagram and Facebook love about it, and people were very supportive. That was very cool.
Yeah, people like cared, and like, oh, I forgot to tell you that the neighbor with the dog the other day, like stopped me while I was getting in the car and was like, "Hi, I'm Karen." That's what her name, Karen.
It was Karen.
And she was like, "Yes, did
Karen,
you find your cat?" Yeah, Karen, that's fine. Nobody will know who she is.
Right.
But Karen, so she has the dog that's like the playdate dog that's a wild, like it's a she.
This dog is crazy. I would have thought this dog had rabies or something. I was very afraid of
This dog, like, barks at the fence and shit and, like, chases you down the fence. And like
it hallucinogizes that the fence is gonna eat it or something like that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Hallucinates.
She hallucinates?
That's what I was saying, that the fence was... This dog hallucinates the fence being...
Not there.
Well, no, very much there, but also attacking it, and so it's counterattacking the fence.
She's attacking us.
Oh, she's attacking us.
Through the fence.
Right.
Yeah, she doesn't like our presence. But when we bring Lady on a walk...
Right.
Lady and this dog, like, click.
They love each other, so maybe they would be...
I think they'd be a good play date. Like, we should really get in touch with Karen. Like, I'm serious.
I think Karen would like Lady. Yeah. And
she was really nice, too. Like, and she looks in our windows every time she walks by. So I know she's seen us naked.
Right.
But she doesn't care.
Paraphernalia, whatever. Yeah.
Whatever, it might be paraphernalia. She doesn't care, clearly. So, like, we could totally, like, meet up with her and probably smoke some weed with her. And
she would enjoy that part, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Right?
We should ask, because, like, that generation... So, Karen is, like...
Part of
50.
A generation.
Yeah, Karen is, like, 50.
The whole baby boomer generation.
Mm-hmm. So, she may not be a fan of weed, but then again, she may totally be a fan of weed.
Then again, you never know. Like, that... At that point, they're either super against or super supportive of it, super for it. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
I sell blunts to 50-year-olds all the time.
Do you really?
So I could never tell. Yeah, I like literally. I'll see people. They're like, "Give me 2 of those Swisher Sweets." You know,
Perfect.
2 of the pom poms or something, and I'll be like, "I know what you're doing 10 minutes from now."
Mm-hmm. Smoking a little bit of reefer.
Right. So that's Dollar General. Just kind of, I work at Dollar General these days. I am figuring it out. I am slanging the dervs, as you will. I'm slanging the nicotines. I'm
doing your
feeding the
duties.
Feeding the addictions. Just doing the routine. Getting people's getting the fixes right. Because everybody has their fix. That's really, that's what it comes down to.
Completely.
Cheers.
Cheers. So we have wine again.
We're playing a Pinterest drinking game.
Oh, yeah. So my Pinterest is amazing. So I made up this game that's a Pinterest drinking game where every time... So we're getting married, and so my Pinterest is, like, wedding stuff. So it's like every time you see a wedding dress, drink. Every time you see a centerpiece, drink. Every time you see nails, like fingernails, drink twice. Every time you see a Rothy's ad, drink twice. Rothy's. Let's talk about Rothy's. So Rothy's are these shoes that are washable, like in a washing machine. So there are all these Rothy's ads on my Pinterest. So it's 2 drinks every time you see a Rothy's ad. Yeah, so Rothy's is something right there. But yeah, so we were playing this Pinterest drinking game. Good going. You dropped your phone.
During the pod.
But yeah, so we're playing the Pinterest drinking game. Apparently the only way I can podcast is if I'm tipsy.
It's okay.
But it's true. Like, I'm not really social, so it's like to... But
you become a beautiful social butterfly.
Under the influence of alcohol, yeah.
It's a little Cinderella effect, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. So currently Haley is knitting.
Oh, yeah.
She's doing the purl stitch, I believe.
Yes. How'd you know I was doing the purl stitch?
Because you told me.
How'd you know, though?
I guessed, and it was an intelligent guess, but I knew it was the cowl that you were working on. She's working on a cowl, which is not a bath towel.
What's the stitch that I'm using?
Knit.
No. What's it called? Like the knit and purl that I'm using?
Oh.
What's the stitch called?
The stitch.
The stitch.
The situation.
The situation. What's the situation? Mike the situation.
Mike the situation. I don't know.
So it's called seed.
Seed?
Seed stitch.
Seed, like plant into a
Plant
ground.
in the ground.
Oh,
Seed
okay.
stitch.
Okay.
Yeah, because it looks like a bunch of seeds.
It's a bunch of seeds all sewn. I like that.
Mm-hmm. So it's called seed stitch. It's very pretty. I really like it. I mean, it's not like super pretty, but it's like a basic stitch that's really nice.
It seems a lot simpler than your other complex
My
ones.
scarf, yeah. So my scarf is really complex. So it involves like dropping a stitch and then dragging the stitch like 4 stitches
What does
later.
that mean? Tell us what that means.
So you basically drop the stitch off the needle.
Which is it's terrifying for me. It's
Terrifying. It's
a
terrifying
little
for
bit-
me too.
Yeah, and you don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't
to
know
that
if it's
stitch.
gonna drop, like if it's gonna
Like,
come
really
undone.
drop like an 808 in a song.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen. We want it to be like
Circle
we want to
slash
drop
drops.
it, but we don't want it to drop too far. So it'll
Okay.
drop through the next stitch down below it, which we don't want it to do. We just want to drop it like a little bit,
Right.
and then we pick it up later.
Okay. So that's good. I mean, that's like, how far have you gotten on that one?
The scarf, I have like 8 inches of scarf.
That's a good scarf. That's like
I mean, it's like 8 inches of scarf. It's
yeah.
we're getting there.
That'll
It
keep my
needs
neck
to
warm,
be
yeah.
10 times longer.
80.
80 inches.
Correct.
Literally 80 inches.
Yeah.
That is the correct measurement right there. 80 inches. Like they have an option for 60 inches, but I want that.
Well, what kind of
80.
scarf is 60 inches? That's
It's like the length of one of my
weird-
tape measures, which like if you were to wrap it,
It's like a
not that
Hogwarts
long.
kind of scarf.
We want it to be 80. We do.
80 is better. Yeah.
80 is better. And then I'm working on this seed stitch cowl. So for anybody who doesn't know what a cowl is, so a cowl is basically an infinity scarf.
An infinity scarf. It goes on forever, except around the neck.
It goes on forever around the neck for sure. So it's a circle. It's like a scarf that connects
It's like a neck
at the
warmer,
ends.
right?
Yeah, it's like a neck warmer. But it's like a scarf that connects at the ends, and it's a little bit shorter, so it like wraps around your neck.
Right. Oh, baby. So we are tired.
That was a yawn for anybody
The
who
wine
didn't know.
has got,
Wine's got me sleepy,
Mm.
but that's okay.
It's the barefoot.
So yeah, I'm knitting my seed stitch cowl,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice. It's very relaxing.
Yeah, it seems very therapeutic. I like that. I like the idea that it's very relaxing and very, it's your beat making as far as I'm concerned. It's your, it's your music making. It's your music production. It's your. I'm a producer. I'm a knitter. You know what I mean? It's like very much like it's your thing. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
And I work very hard on it,
yeah. She's
It's
looking
my
to start an
thing.
Etsy, which is really cool, which is the next step. She's gonna get some pieces up on there. We're gonna sell some artwork for y'all.
So this seed stitch cowl will be the first project that goes on Etsy
Very nice.
because it's
That's
my
legit.
first original project.
Right.
And then the sweater, when I finish the sweater, because so it's
Soon.
kind of cheating because I used a pattern,
But still.
but
But that's like
changed
me
the pattern
using a
completely.
tutorial, right? That's not.
But you change it completely. Like, okay,
change
so
the genre. Yeah.
tutorial, that's different. It's completely different. So if you take a pattern and you start, like, basically all that I took from the pattern was the number of stitches that I need to cast on.
Right.
Like the number
So
of
that's
stitches I
fair.
need to start with.
Yeah.
And then from there on, I just completely made it up. So that sweater will be on my Etsy, like 100%, because I did not copy the pattern word for word.
Yeah.
Same thing with this seed stitch cowl. Like, I did look up a pattern to see how many stitches I need to cast on, but as far as the rest of the cowl, that's all me. So I'm gonna put this on my Etsy.
Beautiful. That's so cool. Yeah. So, yeah, that's your beat making. That's so cool. It's beautiful that it's a beautiful way of expressing yourself. It's kind of cool.
It's yarn,
but it's also, it becomes fabric. That's the thing. Yarn is subjective. Fabric is not. Fabric is a thing that you can hold and it's concrete.
The fact that I can make fabric
feels nice.
Thank you. It feels like a dish towel, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
So he said it feels like a dish towel, which hurt my feelings, but that's fine.
But that's not. I didn't know.
It's fine. It's supposed to be a cowl, but it feels like a dishcloth.
Baby.
But it's literally just the seed stitch. Like, that's what it does.
Right.
So that's totally fine. Like, I'm not upset. I'm really doing the seed stitch for the look, not necessarily the texture. So my other cowl that I just made is really soft, and that's not seed stitch. It's like two different, like totally different stitches. Right. So
and it looked completely different.
Whereas seed stitch is a little more rough, but it looks really unique. So I'm interested in the aesthetic of it, not necessarily the feel.
Right.
So.
That's cool. Drink, Haley's yawning.
Oh, yeah. Drink, Haley's yawning.
So we were looking at Kylie Jenner's Instagram, and so this is speaking as people who watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians a little bit, and we're a little too familiar with that family and what they do and don't do. But we just wanted to talk about Kylie's Instagram for a second because as
Let me go ahead and
mother,
pull it up. Where's my phone? Let me see her phone. Let's pull it up.
So I don't know about you, but she's my favorite mother on Instagram. She seems like the best mother on Instagram.
Really?
No.
Okay.
But I believe that's what is she going for the most thirst trappy mother of all time?
Does Kirby have a sister named Kylie?
Yes.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Right?
Wow. Okay, so the picture that really pissed me off about Kylie Jenner is about, let's see.
Let's take it back about a few weeks.
It's like the 8th picture down. And it's her in front of her Hummer. And it's the 8th picture down as of January 22nd. Okay, so the 8th picture down is her in front of her Hummer, grabbing her ass and like showing it off to the camera.
Which that's what I do when I'm around my Hummer too. So completely. Like I can't. How could I blame her?
Can't argue. Yeah.
How could I?
But being for real, like you're a mother, and you're grabbing your ass on Instagram, and then so here's the thing: is 2 pictures later, she's like chilling with her baby,
and she's like, "Oh my god, best mommy time ever."
It's bad. Oh, it's really bad.
Oh my gosh, I want you to read that caption. Yeah, so her final so 2019 happened, right? And Kylie, had a kid, did all this like makeup and stuff.
Oh,
but she couldn't finish she couldn't finish the year without this beautiful post and this caption that went along with it.
Yeah, so the post is a picture of her in lingerie. And it says, just didn't feel right going into 2020 without one last thirst trap. Yeah, it's
Travis Scott's not the only one trapping around here, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me a little bit sad. I'm a fan of your boy Travis Scott. That's cool. I'm not upset at him baby mama couple Forbes, other bitches shook. I get it. I get it that he's proud. But really, is Forbes cover the barometer for the quality of woman she is? Is that
Forbes is really about how much money you have, not the quality of woman you are.
Oh, I wonder if that was about her being a millionaire. That makes sense too. So,
yeah, she's on Forbes because she's a millionaire.
Right. Okay. So I'm wrong. Apparently I'm wrong. She's got money, I don't, so I ain't shit. That's cool.
Forbes is a list of the richest people.
Right. So
like that song that we were listening to in the car with the dubstep. So that one's called Forbes by G-Eazy. So shout out to G-Eazy.
Sure. Okay, cool.
So Forbes by G-Eazy, he says, "Look, Mama, I made it to Forbes."
Which is something, I want to tell my mama that.
Right, cool. Exactly. Like to be able to tell your mom that like you made it to Forbes is like an incredible thing. Generally. Now, if you're G-Eazy, it's not so incredible. It's like, why are you there?
I didn't know. Yeah, I can't name a G-Eazy song, so I'm not sure.
That's the only one I know is Forbes, and it's because Borgore is in it.
Okay.
He's the dubstep artist.
Wait, who's Borgore?
He's a dubstep artist.
Is it pronounced Borges?
No, Borgore.
How do you spell it?
Borgore.
Oh,
Borgore.
Okay. Completely wrong person. Another dubstepper. I'm not really I don't know a lot of dubstep artists, but I know there's one that's pronounced Borges, but that's neither here nor there. I didn't know. I was confused.
But that's okay. So Borgore is a dubstep artist as well. And he worked with G-Eazy on this track. And the beat is fucking fire. Like, I'll give him that.
The beat goes crazy.
As far as dubstep is concerned, it's my favorite dubstep. But yeah, the raps are not that good. So G-Eazy, get it together.
Get your bars in line.
Yeah,
let's be real.
To be in line.
Yeah.
Can you hear the clicking from my knitting?
Oh, I bet this AKG P420 condenser mic could.
Can you hear that?
Probably. You're only close.
See those little like.
So this is knitting up in in action.
I'm
guys.
like doing the wrong thing though. Am I?
Oh my goodness, folks.
No, I'm not.
She may have.
Okay, everything is fine.
Crisis averted. We're good. Okay.
Okay, that could have been
So,
really bad.
I wanted to talk a little bit. We don't have much time left, but I wanted to talk about my Guitar Center interview. I interviewed at Guitar Center today. That was really exciting, but it wasn't. To be real, it's not. You're not selling guitars per se. You're selling people themselves. You're selling people the best version of what they can be, the best musician that they are. Who cares if they're a bedroom guitar player? They're walking out of there with a $1,200, Martin guitar. It's not happening. And so, basically, my whole day,
So
whole
tell us
interview.
About your interview. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, my interview it had a lot of components. So you have a lot of components of the sale, and it was a lot of it was like, oh, what's your background? Oh, like tell us about the gear. I was able to role play. So one of the guys was like, hey, I'm a dad, and this is my 12-year-old son, and he wants his guitar. Like, what would you ask me? And so I'd be like, what kind of music is your son into? Like, oh, what kind of, oh my God, he likes that kind of music. Let's take him to the acoustic section. Oh my God, like what kind of, so I have to continue with qualifying questions.
Not yes or no questions.
Non-yes or no questions, but qualifying questions that confirm, and that, you're getting to know the person. You're not just getting information from them. You're becoming their friend in a way.
Buddies.
But yeah, you're their buddy in this sense.
Every customer is a buddy.
Every customer becomes your bestie, but in the way that you want to know exactly how they could best be taken care of. And they could be coming in there with $500 in their pocket. You can get them to spend $1,200 if you want. You can get them to, and you kind of have to phrase it in a certain way, like,
verbiage is key.
Verbiage is key. It's everything.
That's how Men's Warehouse is. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Tell us about Men's Warehouse. How does the selling go there? Because that's crazy. That's how I'm going to learn at Guitar Center, really.
So pretty quick, and I've told you this before, pretty quick if somebody's going to buy or not.
Right.
If somebody's just in there to shoot the shit, or if somebody's in there to, like, really buy.
Right.
So when somebody is ready to buy, that's when you shoot the upsell. And
how does that go? Yeah.
Upselling is hard.
Right. Okay.
So you just kind of spout the sales. Really, you just spout the sales and then see if they're interested in any of them. And if they're like, say you're like, okay, shirts are buy one, get one free. They're like, are they? And you're like, yeah, no, actually, totally. Like, let me get a shirt and measurement off you. And you, like, kind of, like, assume the sale.
Oh, even if it's not the bargain?
If it is the bargain.
Oh, okay.
So, like, say I was like, hey, shirts are buy one, get one free. And homie's like, oh, really, are they? I'm like, yeah, let me get a shirt measurement off you real quick. So I kind of just assume the fact that he's interested in shirts and take a shirt measurement.
Right. Yeah.
So say someone comes in a Guitar Center and they're like, yeah, I'm looking at guitars. And then you take them to the guitars and they're like, blah, 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 blah. I really like to listen to a lot of acoustic music.
Right.
And then you're like, well, we have a buy one, get one on acoustic guitars, or what, which is probably not the case, but
no, 100%. That's what I know what you mean. Yeah.
You're like, there's like 30% off acoustic guitars. Let me show you some.
Right. Yeah.
Even if they're not really looking for acoustic guitars, like, show them the sale just in case the sale is good enough to sell them an acoustic guitar.
Yeah. And so, yeah, there was a lot of that, and it was a lot of basically informing them of what they need before they need it, and becoming, the knowledgeable, like, not
informing what they need before they need it. There you go. That's sales right there.
And I'm learning. It's like, another definition I heard of sales was the transfer of enthusiasm. Like,
so you need to be excited.
Yeah, correct. Getting someone excited about. Right. So getting someone excited about what I'm excited about, which is everything in the store, because Guitar Center is my candy store. Mm-hmm. It is my hangout place. It is my playground. Sometimes I'll sit at the keyboard section and I'll put on a terrible beat and I'll play Billy Joel songs for 12, for a little, not 12 hours, but
12 minutes.
12 minutes of straight Allentown. And I'm just rocking out on the keys. And people are like, what the fuck? Because, and then other people I'll see in there and they're ringers and they're just like, they're coming in there and they have like, they bust their chops and they just like, they show off their stuff. Yeah. And then.
Bust their chops. Wrong metaphor.
They bust out their chops is what I was trying to say. Because chops is also a way of saying you got talent, right? Chops.
Bust your chops is like to tease somebody.
I flipped it.
Okay.
I wanted to flip it for that scenario.
Okay, so they busted their chops as far as like guitars go.
But yeah, they did. Yeah, and so that was pretty much my interview. I got a second interview. I'm kind of going in on Friday for another little bit of training and a little bit of coaching. And I'm very excited as to where this might lead me.
And this will be your second job?
Correct. This is my second job at the current time. Currently working at Dollar General, obviously.
Yes, your fans are aware. Those who listen are aware that you work at Dollar Gen.
And I'm doing the whole thing with the nicotine and the alcohol and the carding.
Selling the
and I'm
things.
being a good citizen of the States by carding, 75-year-old people trying to buy Natty Ice on a fucking Tuesday.
Yep.
Being a good person,
Here is our beautiful outro. And
This has been a presentation of JeromeStrikeBeats. Thank you. Goodbye.